the Sky News election channel.
Released independently from government by the Secretaries of Treasury and Finance, there really will not be any excuses left for Labor. Labor will have to come out and explain how they propose to pay for their many unfunded spending promises. In this campaign, Bill Shorten has been making unfunded spending promise after unfunded spending promise. He's been pushing for more than $100 billion in additional taxes, which would hurt jobs and growth. And of course, even despite those additional taxes, he still faces a massive multi-billion-dollar budget black hole, which can only be funded either by even higher taxes or higher deficits and higher debt, which both would hurt jobs and growth. So after the pre-election economic and fiscal outlook is released later today, it will be a high time for Labor to come out and explain how they propose to pay for their unfunded spending promises. Happy to take questions.
Have you seen it yet, and do you think that we should expect any differentials between what we saw in the budget and what we see this afternoon?
No, I have not seen the pre-election economic and fiscal outlook. You wouldn't expect me to. It is a document that will be published independently by the Secretaries of Treasury and Finance. Given that the budget has been delivered just 2 weeks ago and that no material decisions have been made in the intervening period, I would expect that the numbers will be broadly consistent with what was delivered on budget night. Well, the government, when it comes to the iron ore price, based on advice from Treasury, has used a technical assumption in this budget and indeed in previous budgets and budget updates, and that is that we are relying on an average price for iron ore over a preceding 4-week period. I obviously would expect that methodology to be the same in the pre-election economic and fiscal outlook, given it is based on Treasury advice, and obviously the numbers will be what they will be when the document is released later today.
Has the government had any involvement in the referral from the NBN to the AFP?
Look, the Australian Federal Police is an independent law enforcement agency. They make their own judgments on what they pursue and don't pursue. In relation to the matter at hand, the AFP has issued a statement which explains what they've done, and they've also indicated that they will provide further updates as appropriate, and I really leave it there.
Senator, that wasn't a question about the AFP, that was a question about the government's relationship with NBN-Co and what pressure, if any, was exerted on NBN-Co to make a referral to the AFP.
Well, again, the Australian Federal Police is an independent law enforcement agency. The Australian Federal Police makes its judgments independent from political interference, completely independent from political interference, and the Australian Federal Police made the judgments they made. They issued a statement. They've explained very clearly what they have done and why, and so they've explained that they will provide further updates as appropriate. That's really all there is to it.
Did you know that the government was... No involvement, no conversation at all from anyone in the government or working for the government with the NBN-Co about this?
Well, again, all of the matters have been appropriately addressed in the statement of the Australian Federal Police. I would just point out again that the Australian Federal Police is an independent agency which acts completely independently from any political interference, and that means that they act completely independently from government.
So you weren't aware at all that this investigation was underway?
Well, again, that is an issue that is directly addressed in the AFP statement, and if there are no other questions on matters other than this, I might leave it there.
Yep. There are some MPs, this is about declarations of interest, some MPs, for instance, Bob Catter, have made a habit of saying, well, I'm not going to disclose my spouse's interests because I don't think that's appropriate, that's their private business and what business is it of anyone else. Is that acceptable, or do MPs have to follow the rules?
Well, the rules are the rules, and all of us who are members and senators have to comply with the rules as they stand.
I wanted to just clarify one thing, if I could. Mark Dreyfus was on Radio National, and to quote him, he says he doesn't accept that for a moment it's suggested that the government knew nothing of NBN-Co's complaint, or that the government never talked to NBN-Co about whistleblowers. What do you say to that?
Well, I let Labor run a political commentary. The government completely respects the independence of the Australian Federal Police. The government completely respects the fact that the Australian Federal Police appropriately makes these judgments independently from any political interference, independently from government. That's what they've said very clearly in their statement, and that is really all there is to it. Thank you.